Another good practice today. How are you feeling about what you've been able to accomplish with this extra time?
Well, it's just good to get different drills in, get a little conditioning too. When you don't practice so much, sometimes you lose a little bit of conditioning. So I think it's great. I mean, every coach wants these type of breaks where you can work on some stuff.
And what are some of the finer details that you're focused on?
The rush against, I think, we were pretty good this year. We were one of the better teams. I think the last bunch of games we've let some rush goals. Play without the puck. We did a little 5-on-5 plays behind our net. How to sort things in front. I think there's just little reminders. I think when we practice those sort of things, we do get better as a team. So yeah, just things like that.
You couldn't resist getting a little skate in at the end too.
Yeah, I think it's good to get a little conditioning. I think it's good to get the. It's not a punishment thing. It's something that we need. It also preaches mental toughness. When you're tired, there's still more in the tank, and I think that's when we do those skates. When you're a little tired, you want to see who push through things, and I think that's these things are good things for us.
Before the season, you talk so much about rest and recovery. Getting this week, the next whatever that 10-day stretch in one game, whatever it is. From that perspective, what is this meaning for your guys? Is it really a true reset on their kind of their motor?
Yeah, I mean, getting the 3 days off Christmas, we needed that. Now we need some practice. We'll have a day off tomorrow because the schedule's going to get heavy again, and I think we just got to. I just want guys to reset their minds. Everything's 0-0-0. I mean, like I like everybody to just start fresh right now. This is a good time to start the freshness, but it starts with hard work, and I think that's why these practices are really important to our team.
You've talked about the science, especially with a couple of longer road trips early in the season. Have you changed anything ahead of this upcoming one based on what you learned from those other ones?
Yeah, a little things. I mean, I know if we travel a day before a game and we don't have a practice, we're going to have workouts at the hotel. Like we usually get in around 4 o'clock. Things like that. I'm a believer in that stuff. I don't know if they've done this in the past or not, but I believe in that part. The science also says it's a good thing. Whether we stay in cities or we leave cities coming back west, we've gone to science on that too, and I think it's helped this club over the year doing those sort of things.
Carson has had a couple of good skates now with you,
Yeah.
but still paired with Friedman looks like the extra pair. Like, is he a possibility for Tuesday, or is that pushing it a little, do you think?
No, we're just like every day evaluating it. Obviously him, having a couple of practices with us, obviously moves the needle. Him playing soon, but there's no really. I mean, I can't pinpoint a game, but he's definitely, he's getting really close. I mean, I thought he looked good out there in practice today.
Rick, we haven't asked you in a long time, and we haven't seen Guillaume around at all. Is there any kind of update on what he's going through? And
I just think it's very frustrating for him because he's having good days and bad days, and I think that's the hard part. And it's tough when you're in those positions because you don't want to keep out how you feeling, and I think there's a little bit of a mental aspect too. So it's too bad because he was a good defenseman for us, but that doesn't mean he's not ever going to come back. It's just that it's longer than expected. He's been skating periodically, a couple of days here and there. The usual protocols and heart rate and all that sort of stuff.
When not long after you came in, you guys played in Vegas. You talked about their D being the template, their size, and with the ability to make a pass.
Yeah.
Do you think you've kind of got that kind of D now yourself?
Yeah, I mean, we got some long defensemen. When Seuss gets back in the lineup, if you look at our D, it's very long and big, which I think, when you play a team in a 7-game kind of series, those are the teams that are hard to play against. So we're trying to create that. But like you just said, you still got to make plays. You still got to protect the middle of the ice and stuff like that. And we're still not there yet, but we're getting there.
This is by design. This hasn't been by accident.
No, I think we all kind of like, when there's big defensemen that can skate, I mean, if you can get those guys, get them. I mean, they're hard to find. So it's good that we have a bunch of those guys.
Juleson shown, and I'm
Yeah.
not saying he's necessarily the guy who's arrived and come out, but has he shown something to you where he's part of the group? He's going to be, if he's the 7th guy, he's the 7th guy, but he's still going to be part of this group and not be a minor league guy?
Yeah, I think his last 20 games, he's shown that he's an NHL player. Now it's the consistency. Obviously he's been a pretty good penalty kill for us in the last 20 games. I think early in the season, there was a breakdowns. Maybe number 47's name was on that. Now you don't see it, on our sheet or the way we evaluate a game. You don't see it as much. So that's really how we evaluate sort of things, and we're going to have some tough decisions. I mean, we're going to, when Seuss gets back, whoever's going to go out, is a good defenseman, and it's a good problem to have.
Well, the big question marks before the season was, would you get enough from your bottom six? Because that's been an issue in the past. And how would this new defense, how would they do? Because there was new guys. Has anything about how well they played surprised you, like as a group, the way the defense is played?
No, nothing's really surprising, because I think coming into last year and seeing how guys were buying in, how we want to play. And the one, like I said to you guys before, I don't think guys are happy the way they've been playing without the puck. We've been letting some goals in, 3-4 goals a game, and that's kind of out of character for us. And I think that's something that we've paid attention to practice, and we've had a bunch of individual meetings and defenseman meetings, forward meetings about protecting, our game without the puck. That's something we pride on, and we got to get back to that. We get too many grade A goals we're giving up, like where we shouldn't be giving up, and that's uncharacteristic for us. And we got a good record, but just imagine if we can just dial that back in. The process of it, that's going to really help us as the season goes on.
With that in mind, does it become easier when you see that slippage? Does it become easier to get their attention when you lose one, as opposed to getting by and getting points in one straight?
It's a lot easier to be up, like all of us be upset and be accountable to each other when you're. I think we were 7-1-2. It's a little bit easier. I should say it's easier, but I just think guys have tasted success here, and it's a small sample size, and they want to get back to it. It's going to be a lot of hard work, and right now, we know to get back to our game, it's going to be a lot of hard work.
At the other end of the ice, Brock's been finding a lot of success in tight. Is there something in particular he's been doing?
Brock?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good at finding that space. He gets a lot of goals in that F3 position where he gets to that area quickly, and Millsy's actually hit him a bunch of times this year. I would say more of his awareness of where to go on the ice in that slot. I think he's one of the better guys in the league of, when the pressure hits in a defensive zone coverage, he can find that non-pressure place, but it's usually open for about a second or two. So that's why he's really good at getting there. Because if you get there slower, it'll probably close up. I think he gets there really quick.
And when you talk about that idea of getting inside, is that the kind of thing you're talking about?
Yeah, I think
Like
in general terms, even our Brock, but I think overall our team, we really talked about it this summer. We wanted to be a team. We're not the biggest team up front, but we're a team that if we can be buzzsaws, we got a lot of deflection goals this year, which is something that's good. But I think we have slipped a bit in our net front, though. I think we have to get back to having more people in front of the net, and I think that'll translate in more puck possession time too.
Brock, a good opportunity here to fine-tune some things over the next few days with practice. What did you like about what you were able to do today and yesterday as well?
Yeah, I think it's just working on our details, and I think when you don't practice a lot, I think you can slip from those details, and I think it's just a good group of days here to get some practices in and fix some things and get some pace in our game.
Rick talked yesterday about being able to do a little bit more individualized stuff. How much do you value that with the amount of coaching staff that you guys have and the opportunity to go one-on-one and look at some tape or whatever that may be?
Yeah, I think it's huge, and I think just having that open line of communication is important, and builds a relationship with guys, and it makes guys trust in the coach, and I think it's just a good time right now for us to kind of relax a little bit, but obviously put the work in so we can come back and be better.
Is this a group that still feels very hungry and wants to keep building moving forward?
Yeah, I think our last group of games we felt that we were kind of slipping a bit and not playing our best hockey. So I think it was a good time to, like I said, just come and work hard and work on some details and come back and hopefully come back flying and start playing the right way.
Phil back on your line for now. Is that pretty seamless?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's a pretty straightforward guy. He's really good on the forecheck, good with the puck in the offensive zone, and he's a guy you can trust defensively. So, obviously we've played with him before and we've had success, so we're excited to get back with him.
When it comes to the goals you've been scoring this year, do you feel like you've been having more success in close, tight kind of plays versus maybe last season before?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's years that some pucks go in and some don't, or you hit the post some years, and I think it just depends on the year. I think I just gotta continue to work hard and really stay focused on those details, and as long as you're getting chances, they should go in. So.
Do you think your preparation this year has changed things?
No, I do the same preparation as I always have. So.
I meant sort of in the off season, the physical stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the same as usual. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think just coming to the rink with a good mindset every day and being motivated to get better and work on your game and just really focus on all those details Rick talks about.
Do you have any plans for a New Year's resolution for next year?
Nope, I haven't thought that far ahead.
Have you ever set one in the past and accomplished it?
Nope. Usually, if you think of something, you usually break it within the first month. So, yeah.